Hello again, I'm Aaron from EUGamehost.com. This is a continuation in our short series where we go over some common questions we get about our Ark Survival Evolved server hosting. So, a common question we get is about the basic setup of your Ark server, how to do basic things like changing your host name, that kind of stuff, just changing some basic settings. So to do this, we're going to go to the configuration files section of our control panel. In here you will find all the configuration files. From there, we're going to go to the game user settings.ini file. Now, for simplicity in this situation, we're going to be using the configuration editor. However, if you want to add extra variables that aren't provided, you can do so via the text editor. The text editor gives you full and unlimited file access, alongside the file manager, of course, to add in any variables or files or anything that you want that's extra that we don't include by default. But for just for a simple setup, we're going to go to the configuration editor. And then in here, you'll see all the variables. So session name, we're going to change this to EU Game Host Test Server. And then we would just click Save. Then you would restart the server and that would be changed. But if we go through in here, in this situation, you can do all sorts from setting your server admin password. So your server admin password is what you will use for logging into Archon or logging into admin in-game. You can set this to whatever you want. Your server password is essentially for whitelisting your server in the scenario of setting a password that's required on join. You can also enable whitelist as well. Message of the day, you can change the ban list so that you use a different ban list, else there's all manner of variables in here you can change. The idea of this setup is just to simplify it, take away user error, if that makes sense. Essentially just try and make it as simple as you can. I mean, Ark variables are somewhat complicated, but this is about as simple as you can make it, really. Else, obviously, that's your game user settings.ini. The other main one we're going to be focusing on is the game.ini. In here will be so this error pops up when you're opening it because it's essentially saying there's options within the config that aren't listed within the GUI editor tool. It's because obviously there's too many options to add all into this, so we just add the main ones that people regularly change, just to sort of again try and make it a bit less confusing for people. But obviously, mating intervals and mating speed and everything, you can see it in here, but it's more about just knowing where it is and what you need to change, really. But yeah, any questions or any help with config, just let us know. Thank you.